The medial epicondyle is located on the medial side of the distal end of the humerus. It is rather large and bony and stands out from the surrounding tissue.
The medial supracondylar line of the humerus is found if you move upward from the medial epicondyle and palpate the short bony ridge. It is covered by a thick origin of the wrist flexor and is not very distinct.
The olecranon is the large process at the upper end of the ulna. It is cone-shaped and relatively sharp. Flexion moves the olecranon out of its fossa, making it available for palpation. To palpate the ulnar border, hold the patient's arm in abduction and palpate from the olecranon down the ulnar border, which runs in a relatively straight line to the ulnar styloid process.
To palpate the olecranon fossa, you must first have your patient flex their elbow. It lies at the distal end of the posterior humerus and is impossible to palpate if the elbow is extended.
Located lateral to the olecranon process is the lateral epicondyle. It is prominent but somewhat smaller and less defined than the medial epicondyle.
To palpate the lateral supracondylar line of the humerus, palpate upwards from the lateral epicondyle and back down. To palpate the head of the radius, take your 3 fingers, place your pointer finger over your lateral epicondyle and rotate your forearm. Where your middle finger lies is the radial head.
The ulnar nerve is situated in the sulcus groove between the medial epicondyle and the olecranon process.
The pronator teres muscle originates at the medial epicondyle of the humerus but is not distinctly palpable. The blue paint indicates the muscle's location.
To palpate the flexor carpi radialis, ask the patient to make a fist and radially deviate. It is lateral to the palmaris longus and may be palpated towards its origin at the medial epicondyle, muscle indicated by red paint.
To palpate the palmaris longus, have the patient flex their wrist and touch the tips of the thumb and little finger in opposition. It becomes prominent along the midline of the anterior aspect of the wrist and is indicated in blue paint.
To palpate the flexor carpi ulnaris, have the patient make a fist. It is less prominent but stands out slightly. Palpate towards its origin at the medial epicondyle of the humerus indicated in red paint. Medial collateral ligament rises from the medial epicondyle and extends to the medial margin of the ulnar trochlear notch. Cannot be palpated directly. The olecranon bursa covers the olecranon and is not distinctly palpable.
The medial head lies deep to the long head but is palpable on the medial aspect. The tricep long head can be palpated on the posterior medial portion of the arm while the lateral head lies on the posterior lateral side.
The brachioradialis originates from the lateral supracondylar ridge of the humerus and inserts at the radial styloid process. Force must be applied to accentuate the muscle belly. To palpate the extensor carpi radialis longus and brevis, move up the forearm to the lateral epicondyle. These muscle bellies trace oblique pathways from the origin to the insertion. The lateral collateral ligament extends from the lateral epicondyle to the side of the annular ligament which encircles the radius. The annular ligament is attached to the lateral collateral ligament and cups the radial head and neck. Neither of the ligaments are directly palpable.
The cubital fossa is a triangular space bordered laterally by the brachioradialis and medially by the pronator teres. The base is defined by the crease between the epicondyles of the humerus. This is the biceps tendon. Medial to the biceps tendon is the brachial artery. Medial to the brachial artery is the median nerve. Hi, I'm Monica.
And I'm Tori.
And we had to do this for a service learning project.
We had an awesome time making it, and
we hope you enjoy it and were able to learn something from it.
And we would like to thank Jane Worley, who is our PTA teacher, for teaching us everything.
And here are some outtakes. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
I couldn't get no sleep.